What's up, Fit Fam? My name is Aaron Vaz, fitness manager at Fit Athletic in beautiful Mission Beach, and this is your Workout Wednesday. In yesterday's video, I taught you guys the structure and the function of the abdominal muscles. Today, we're gonna put them to work. Now, in my opinion, the best way to train your abs is both fast and frequent. I train my abs at least 3 to 4 times a week, but for no more than about 10 or 15 minutes at the end of my workout. In today's ab workout, we're gonna be performing 6 movements that cover all the major function of the abs. I want you to complete each exercise for 60 seconds before moving on to the next. Depending on your level of experience, do anywhere between 1 and 3 rounds with maximum intensity, resting as little as possible. The first exercise that we're doing is a reverse crunch. The reverse crunch is a great bottoms up movement to target the lower abs. Let me show you how to perform a reverse crunch. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna flip over on your back like this. And you're gonna make sure that you drive that lumbar spine down here into the turf, okay? Now you're gonna straighten your legs here, and what you're gonna do is, from this position, you're gonna swing your legs up and press your pelvis up to the sky. Now, I see a lot of people doing these in the gym and they're stopping right here. The goal here is to achieve a posterior pelvic tilt, meaning you wanna take your pelvis up and off of the floor and sort of drive it upward so that you're able to contract your abs. Exercise number 2 is a drunken mountain climber. A drunken mountain climber is a great bottoms up rotational exercise to target the obliques. Let me show you how to do a drunken mountain climber. So the way that you're gonna set up here is you're gonna come down onto the floor in your forearms, okay? And once you're in this position, I want you to come here to the plank position, pull that belly button up to the spine, tighten the glutes, and this is gonna be the start position. When your clock timer starts, you're gonna start to drive the knees forward, but add a little bit of a rotation here at the bottom in order to target those obliques. Exercise number 3 is a plank with an overhead reach. The goal of this exercise is to target the transverse abdominis and the pelvic floor. The transverse abdominis and pelvic floor will be used to stabilize the spine and the hips while holding yourself in a plank position as we reach up overhead. This particular movement is known as an anti-rotational movement. As you reach up overhead, gravity is going to pull your body to the side in which you're reaching, and in order to prevent that rotation, you need to stabilize the movement with your core. Let me show you how to perform a plank with an overhead reach. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get yourself into the high plank position or a push-up position. Now let's talk about the transverse abdominis. The way that you contract that, remember, is by pulling that belly button way up in toward the spine. Now to engage the pelvic floor, we need to squeeze the glutes really hard. Once you've got those 2 muscles contracted, you're ready to start your plank. From this position, what I want you to do is I want you to reach one of your arms up overhead. If you can kind of feel on this side of my body as I reach overhead, I begin to feel a shaking throughout this region, which is your core turning on. Hold that position for 2 to 3 seconds, then alternate and switch sides back and forth for your total duration of time. Exercise number 4 is a hollow body hold. We're gonna use an isometric contraction of the rectus abdominis for a duration of 60 seconds. In order to go ahead and perform this exercise, you need to flip over down here onto your back. Now from the lying position, you're gonna pull your heels and your shoulder blades up off the floor and take those arms and reach them up over your head. You should feel like you've scooped out the inside of your body here. Now, if you remember how to contract the rectus abdominis, you're gonna try to pull that rib cage down toward the pelvis and create that accordion through the middle of your body here. Once you've got that muscle squeezed, hold it for 60 seconds. Exercise number 5 is a Russian twist. A Russian twist is a great top-down rotational movement to target the obliques. Here's how you perform a Russian twist. Set up on the floor with your feet flat, okay? Pull your trunk down to about a 45-degree angle so that you're braced here at the core. Now, while holding your core in that stable position, we're gonna rotate all the way to the left, trying to take that belly button all the way to this side, and then we're gonna rotate all the way back to this side, trying to take that belly button 180 degrees the other direction. Now, if you have a stronger core, feel free to pull those feet up off of the floor and make those rotations with your feet elevated. Remember, if you take your feet off the floor, you have to stabilize somewhere. So squeeze that pelvic floor to create that stability throughout the exercise. Last exercise is a lying march. A lying march is a great exercise to target those hip flexors. Remember, the hip flexors function by bringing the thigh closer to the trunk. Now, if you're advanced, I want to add one thing to this exercise. We're going to incorporate the transverse abdominis by adding a vacuum to the march. Here's how I want you to perform the march, and here's how I want you to perform the march with a vacuum. Lie down on your back like this, push that lumbar spine into the turf, stabilize here with your hands, and bring those heels up off of the floor. Now, if you're doing the regular march, you're simply gonna pull that knee up toward your chest and contract those hip flexors right through here in the hip, and then bring that leg back and repeat on the opposite leg. If you're adding the vacuum, you're gonna do the exact same thing, but you're gonna pull that belly button all the way down into that spine and vacuum out your stomach, maintaining that position as you perform the march. I hope you guys enjoyed today's ab workout. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll look forward to seeing you at Fit Athletic in Mission Beach soon.